I know it's still August, but I'm ready for fall. In today's video, I'm going to show you 4 DIY craft projects that are perfect for your fall home decor. These are so simple and they turn out so beautiful. I'm so excited for you to see them, so stay tuned. Hey my friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. I'm so excited about today's video. I don't know about you, but I love fall. It is just such a beautiful, cozy, comfy season. I love Christmas, but I think fall is my favorite. And today's video is a fall collaboration, and it is hosted by Lisa at Our Gray House, as well as Katie over at Lady Red Crafting. And guess what? They have a guest co-host, and it's me. So I am so honored and so thrilled to be a part of this collaboration this month. This collaboration is everything fall. I will make sure to leave Lisa and Katie's channel linked in the description box, as well as a playlist, because there's gonna be so many craft ideas for you for your fall decor. As for me, I have for you 4 projects that I know you are going to love. I think they turned out so great, and I'm so excited to share them with you. So let's go ahead and get started. For this fall project, I'm gonna make a stacked book set. I got these books from Dollar Tree and I've had them in my stash for a while. Then I'm going to paint one of the books an orange color and one of the books a green color. And then I'm gonna decoupage one of the spines with this napkin. I was thinking when I first started this that this was gonna be, the decoupage book was gonna be the middle book, but I think I want it to be the bottom book. So I went ahead and painted the bottom just to make sure I have a nice clear or white surface. But basically now I'm just going to take the napkin, and I already took the 2 plies of the napkin, the extra 2 plies off, and then I'm just gonna kind of position where I want the pumpkins to be on the spine, and I'm gonna have to bring the napkin around the edges. So I just want to make sure I have enough up here, but I think this is where I want it. So now I'm just going to put my Mod Podge along this part of the book, and that's going to get me started. And then I'm just gonna continue with the Mod Podge along the spine, and then I'll do the back as well. While the Mod Podge is drying, I'm gonna go ahead and paint this book with this country chic color in the color Secret Garden. Now that the Mod Podge is dry, I'm going to go over the top of this with another coat of Mod Podge just to seal it and protect it really well. For the last book, I'm going to use the color Pumpkin in the Waverly chalk paint. So this is the color Pumpkin. Since this book is going to be the top of the stack, I'm going to paint the top of the cover completely. And I did have to go over this with 3 coats of that orange paint just to make sure that none of that blue shows through. All right, my 3 books are done. So now I'm gonna stack them. Now I want them, you don't have to do this part, but I want them to stay in place really good. I'm gonna tie them with twine, but I also want them to be in place really well. So I'm just gonna run a couple of beads of hot glue. Take the second book, get it even. Put another couple beads of hot glue and place the third book. All right. For the next step, I have these letters that I got from Dollar Tree, and I'm gonna spell out Hello Pumpkin on these 2. And I don't have an ink pad, so basically what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take the paint that's in this cap, and I have a little sponge brush. I'm gonna dip it in here, dab it on a tissue, and then use this kind of as my stamp pad. So eventually I'm gonna get me a stamp pad, but for now, this is what I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna get these letters stamped on. Now that I have the words on here and that paint is dry, I am just gonna go over, I don't have to go over the bottom book because it has the Mod Podge on it, but I'm gonna go over the books, the 2 painted books, with some clear wax, because then I'm gonna kind of get in those grooves, because then I want to go over it with some antique wax just to make it look a little more aged. I love me some antique wax. And of course, once I get all of the clear wax on all the sides of the books, then I'm gonna go over it with the shop towel, wipe away the excess before I get started on the antique wax. Next, I'm going to wrap some twine around the books a few times. Now that I have the twine wrapped around the books, I'm going to take some greenery. I have this fall piece. I'm going to use the pumpkin on top. I may put a little bit of antique wax on it just to kind of darken it up a little bit. And I may use this pine cone and probably maybe one of these, and then a couple of these leaves for the top. And all of this came from Dollar Tree. Make sure that you stay until the end of the video, watch all the projects, because at the end, I'm gonna show you the final result of all the projects. for this project, I am gonna make over this little bottle that I had used for decor. It's just I don't know what kind of liquor it is, but it's just an alcohol bottle. And I'm gonna paint it first with this brown color in espresso, just to give it a base. And then I'm gonna paint it orange, because we're gonna kind of make it a little like pumpkin bud vase. So I'm gonna take this outside and give it a good coat of brown spray paint. A little benefit I have of working at the new store is we have a craft room, so when we don't have any customers, we can go in there and craft a little bit. So I brought it with me. The bottle is finished, it's dried. So now I'm just gonna go over it with a couple of paints, with a couple of coats of the pumpkin chalk paint. And for the second coat, I use the stippling motion to kind of get that texture and to make sure I had good coverage on the bottle. Now I'm back home and the paint is dry, so now I'm just gonna take baby wipes and I'm gonna wipe away on the edges of the details of the bottle. There's so many pretty details, and so now you're gonna be able to see that brown spray paint under the orange paint. And I'm not gonna lie, this was very tedious, but it's really worth it because I love seeing all of that brown coming out from the orange. I finally got it all done, and look at all of that detail coming out. Isn't that so pretty? I just think this looks just so pretty. So I did realize I didn't paint the bottom, so I do need to get that painted before I finish everything. But I'm gonna use this transfer set. It's a Redesign with Prima set, and it's one that we carry in the store, the Birds and Berries store. And I just think this is so pretty. I love the orange and the navy together. And so I think I am going to use this little leaf set right here on the front. I think it's going to fit really well. So I have it cut out. And if you've been on my channel before, you know I love transfers. So you just set the transfer where you want it, and you take the back part off, the white part, then you set it where you want it on your project. I like to kind of go over it with my hand just to get it set really good. And then you just take the little stick that comes in the transfer set and you start rubbing over that plastic part that comes on the top, and you start lifting it up as you go. If you see at some point that something didn't transfer down, you just lay that plastic part back down, rub back over it, and you just keep transferring it until it's all set in nicely. And then after you have it all transferred and the plastic comes off completely, then you just take the little plastic part and you rub over the transfer really well. And what that does is it just kind of makes sure that it is set in place and there's nothing, you know, that didn't stick. Now it's all stuck to the project. Now to give this little bottle pumpkin a vine, I'm just gonna wrap some twine around the neck of the bottle. And then I'm gonna add a fall leaf to the side. And I didn't wanna wrap the twine around and make it look perfect. I kind of wanted it looking kind of messy. All right, I've got 4 ribbons, 4 types of ribbon that I'm going to use to make a, I don't really know that it's a messy bow. It's just like a scrap ribbon bow. I don't really know what you call it, but anyway, I've got this orange, I've got some lace, I've got this ribbon that has the blue and the orange, and then this orange is that gingham. And I got all of these from Dollar Tree. So now I'm just gonna put together a little bow to go at the top of the bottle, and then this bottle will be done. Now I am in no way a bow expert. So if I'm not doing this right, you're just gonna have to forgive and forget. But, because this is just how it goes for Melissa. Don't know if I'm doing it right, but that's okay. I think I want that on top though. Boom, boom, boom. I guess, scoot that out. And then I'm just gonna pinch it. I have a little wire. Yeah, I need to take like a bow making class or watch some videos or something. I've watched videos, but yeah. Okay. So I've got it tied, and then I'll just scrunch it out. And then I think for the middle, I'm gonna see if I have a button that would be cute. So let me get this finished. I'm gonna look for a button. All right, I actually found a button that's kind of perfect because it is gold and it looks like it's got blue in it. I don't know if that's blue or black, but it's close enough. So I'm just gonna get this bow attached. I'm gonna put some more hot glue here. Get the button attached. And this bottle will be done. And I did get ahead of myself. I forgot to put the wax on here, but I did put a coat of clear wax just to seal that transfer in and seal all that paint in. This next project is one that I'm working on, again, while I'm at the shop, but this is a super easy one. I found this little jug at a thrift store. I don't even remember what thrift store I found it at, but I got it for maybe $1 or $2. But I'm just gonna add a transfer to it. This is a transfer set that I got from Amazon, and I'll make sure that I put the link to the set in the description box, but I just think that it's so pretty. It's got a lot of variety. There's some text in there, there's the photos, but I just think it's such a cozy set. And the one I'm going to use is this one. So again, you just take the back off, place it where you want it, and I rub it down with my hand first, and then I just use the stick to transfer it onto the project. And like I said earlier, once you have it all transferred, you just start lifting up that plastic vellum. Once you transfer it all and the plastic comes off, you want to make sure you rub it really well to get that transfer set. Now that the transfer is set, I just want to go over it with some Mod Podge just to make sure that it's sealed in nicely. And this project is done. Like I said, super easy. For the last fall project, I'm taking this picture frame that I got from Salvation Army. I paid $1 for it because it was on Wacky Wednesday. So I am going to paint this with Country Chic paint in the color Secret Garden. So I'm just going to take everything out and start giving it a paint. This is going to take I think it was two coats to get this covered really well. And on the second coat, I did go in and pounce my brush with a stippling motion. And now I'm back home and the paint is dry, so I'm gonna go over it with a clear wax. Once I put the clear wax on there, I wipe it back with a shop towel. And of course, I'm gonna use the antique wax next. I just think the antique wax with this color green is just such a pretty combination, and I think it's perfect for fall. While the frame is drying, I am going to take this little piece. This was in the frame, and I would normally put like a piece of cardboard in there, but it fit very snugly with this and the glass as well as this styrofoam piece. So I'm just gonna do this on the back of that, but I'm gonna paint it white, and then I'm gonna put a transfer on it. So let me get this painted and then dry it, and then I'll come back for the transfer. Now for what's gonna go inside the frame, I'm gonna use a transfer on this, and this transfer is coming from another Redesign with Prima pack, and this one is Autumn Essentials. This one is so pretty. I'll show you the pages. This is one page. This is another page. You gotta love the red truck. This one has some mushrooms in it. I just think this one's so pretty. And this is actually what I'm gonna use for the inside of the frame. Again, if you're local, you can go to Birds and Berries, and we have these sets in the store. But now I'm just gonna cut this out and I'm gonna get to transferring. I'm not gonna talk through the transfer because I've already showed you, how to transfer. So I'm just gonna let you watch me get it transferred on, and then we're gonna go to the next step. For this next step, I'm just gonna go over the top of this first with a clear wax, because I don't want that white to be so white. So I'm gonna go over, excuse me. All right, I've got that. So now I'm just gonna take the antique wax and just kind of put it around the edges. Get it around the edges like this. And that's gonna give it that aged look. Let me wipe it back a little bit. And then I'm just gonna lightly kind of go over the main portion of it, just to kind of tone down some of that white. And then once this dries, I will put it back into the frame, and this project will be finished. Here is the final result of this project with the frame. I think this turned out really pretty. I really do think that green color matches great with the mushroom transfer. I love this bottle. I just love the orange and the navy together. I think it turned out so cute. And like I said, it does take some elbow grease to get through that paint, but it's well worth it. And this easy little project adds so much to your fall decor. And then I think this one may be my favorite. I think it turned out so great. And I just really love the traditional colors of fall. Okay, you're gonna have to let me know in the comments which one of these crafts was your favorite. And I just want to say thank you so much again to Katie and Lisa for letting me be a part of this collaboration, and not only just letting me be a part of it, but having me as their guest co-host. I'm so honored and so excited about it. But make sure that you go visit their channels, and don't forget to watch the playlist. You're gonna get so much fall inspiration. You're not gonna wanna miss any of it. And if you have made it this far in the video, I want you to leave me a fall leaf or a pumpkin. And also, if you like this sort of content, whether it's crafting, thrift flips, thrifting hauls, home decor, I would love it if you would be a part of my YouTube channel. Click that subscribe button and click the bell button so you don't miss any of my videos, because I am gonna start having some fall content. I'm gonna start decorating my house for fall, and I don't want you to miss it. But now I just wanna share a little Bible verse with you. This verse comes from James 1:12. It says, God blesses those who patiently endure testing and temptation. Afterward, they will receive the crown of life that God has promised to those who love him. Once again, thanks so much for coming by. And if you want to see more craft ideas, more fall videos, then check out the boxes you see on the screen right now, and I'll see you next time. Bye.